Divine greetings and gratitude. How are you doing and how are you feeling? Welcome back to the Saiyonan archives. My name is Nuna. I am the poet, the seer, the witch, the wise woman, the sage of the Saiyonan archives. If y'all are new here, I'm super excited to have you guys here. And if you are returning, hello family, hello tribe. I'm really excited to have you guys back in our sacred space. I am trying a new angle, and the reason why I'm trying this angle is because, for one, I got tired of the camera constantly shaking whenever I had it on the overhead sitting in front of me. And so I decided that I was going to try something very different. I was going to try this angle instead to see if you guys like it. Let me know down in the comment section if you guys like this angle or not. I know the lighting is not the best situation. You guys know for years I've had lighting problems because I am not the best when it comes to setting up things for lighting and things like that, unless it's like pitch black. But I'm just gonna keep trying anyway. So thank you guys for having so much faith and love in me. So anyway, I really don't know exactly what this message is going to be about, but I do know that we're going to be using this Lenormand deck. First and foremost, we're going to be using Lenormand, and the other deck that we're going to be using today is called the Light Seers Tarot. So we're going to be using that as well. And another deck we're going to be using is Wisdom of the Hidden Realms, as well as Wisdom of the Avalon. That's what we're going to be using today. And I'm super excited to be back in our space. I just want to point out really quickly here, for those of you that do not know this, I am a seer, I am a writer, I am a poet, and I'm a witch. So basically, I merge the arts of poetry and magic. I have written 2 books so far, and I'm working on my 3rd. And the goal is to continue to spread the word. The goal is to continue to get the books out, to continue to get our writing out so that we can expand, grow, and evolve and transcend beyond our pain and our suffering. So I just kind of wanted to share that with you. I don't want you guys to always expect a reading, but know that there will be moments where I will definitely do readings, because that's just simply a part of how we do things here over at the Saiyonan Archive. You may have found this channel not coincidentally, because I don't believe in coincidences, but you found this channel because you were simply led to find it. Like, your intuition definitely led you here if you are here right now. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. Divine, I thank you so much for your divine love and benevolent protection. Thank you so much for seeing me through this reading. Thank you so much for giving me the power of discernment, the power of intuition, the power of knowing, the power of seeing. I set the intention that the one who is listening to this, that they feel safe, secure, abundant, prosperous, loved, divine in all ways. May they open up their hearts to receive whatever is for them. May they open up their heart to receive what is for them, and may they reserve anything that is not for them as a gift that someone else can use. I ask that you please only tell them what they need to know, as you always do. Thank you so much, Spirit, for allowing me to be the vessel that relays any messages to our soul tribe itself. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with your reading. Let's see what we have here so far. I want to let you guys know that when I do tarot readings, I don't always go based off of just what the cards are. I go based off of what my intuition is. For those of y'all that don't know this, I have a really strong sense of intuition. For those of y'all that do not know me, or for if you do not know me, then yes, I have a really strong intuition. I allow my intuition to speak to me first, and then I allow anything else to come through as it is needed. That is how I have always done my readings, and that's how I do my readings in person. That is how I do my readings online, and that is how I will always do my readings. Everything that I use is simply a tool to help me that I use to help trigger my intuition so that the right messages comes to the right people. Also, at times I do stutter when my mind is moving like a mile a minute, or like 10,000 light years a minute, as I like to say sometimes, and my mouth can't keep up with it. So then I'll start stumbling and fumbling and falling over my words, and I will do the best that I can to ensure that I slow down. And that's exactly the message that I feel is coming in now. It's like there's this moment where you want to stop and you really want to pause, because there's something where Spirit is trying to bring your attention to to some type of care. And it's really highlighting your emotional body. It's really highlighting your spiritual body in this emotional security. And it's asking, you're being asked to invest in your emotional fulfillment right now. You're being asked to invest in your emotional security, your emotional stability, and the things that you yourself have been what I'm hearing is that you've been quiet about. I do feel like there's an offering that is wanting to be given to you, but it's kind of hard for you to receive that offering. And the reason why it is because for some of you, you are so used to either doing something yourself, or you're used to not saying certain things, because you would feel more comfortable if someone came to you and asked you, because that's how you know that they truly do want to help you. And what I'm hearing is that this is a stage in your life where you're wanting to really open up and ask, because if you ask, then you will be surprised as to who would actually give you the gift that you're needing or that you're wanting to receive. But it's going to take for you to ask. I do feel like this is a space in your life where you may, again, have been quiet about it. You may have been spending time away from people, trying to get yourself right, trying to figure out, like, just trying to figure out life, right? And I don't know why, but the Temperance card usually, of course, brings us to balance, and it usually brings us to meditation and things like that. But I honestly do see this as observation, and I see this as you just kind of peering and sitting back and just kind of watching, and you not wanting to cause a disruption or cause an imbalance in anyone else's life. I see Temperance as you saying that you would rather feel uneasy, or like you would rather feel chaotic, or you would rather feel out of alignment and out of place before you yourself would be the one to put anyone else out of alignment or in a state of dis-ease. But they're letting you know, your guides are letting you know, that you yourself are not putting anyone else out of ease. If anything, you're putting yourself out of ease. And then it almost kind of, the way that they're saying it is like, you don't want to be so selfish to where you feel like you have to do everything yourself, because when you don't ask, you in a way kind of not make a person miss a chance to give, but that's kind of the way that I want to word it, for lack of better terms. Like, I'm being given the okay to say it that way. People all have things that they're dealing with, and people all have things that they're learning in life. And some people are in a space where they are in a season where they are giving. And imagine them being in a space where they are giving right now, because it's a part of what they're doing and it's a part of their life lesson right now. And sometimes it's not even a lesson. Some people are just in a state of giving because they want to give, they want to pour. Well, if you yourself are in a space of receiving, then how can that relationship work if you are not allowing yourself to receive something? So I'm hearing like the word joy. What Spirit is saying is that I want you to be open to receive this, because this is the healing that you would need. But also, what they're saying is that it's not just about healing. It's about the experience of you being able to call forth the things that you want, that you know are going to help you feel more secure, that it's going to help you feel more emotionally stable. What I'm seeing is that someone is offering something to you, or they're wanting to offer you something. I'm hearing the word peace treaty. Someone is wanting to offer you peace. Someone is wanting to offer you a resource or something, or someone actually is wanting to offer you something tangible that can help you with whatever you're in, with whatever stage in your life that you're in right now. This Ace of Pentacles is letting me know that it's not something that is going to be immediately rewarding, meaning that it's not going to be, you won't receive the full supply of this at the moment. But if you were to receive this, then you can rest assured, you can know for certain that you can plant that, and then it will grow exponentially over time. It will grow at a steady pace. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse coming up here with the King of Swords. I don't know why, but with this King of Swords, I'm feeling this essence of this energy wanting to be very serious about giving to you. The way that they're saying it is like they're serious about wanting to give it to you, but are you serious enough to take it? And that's what I'm hearing. Are you serious enough to receive this? Are you serious enough to say yes to this? Because whoever this energy is, they're really wanting to give to you. But what I'm hearing with the Moon card here is that someone here is like on the fence, because they're not really sure what will happen. Like, is this too good to be true? And they're saying, no, this is not too good to be true. But if you keep putting yourself in that energy, then what you're going to end up doing is blocking off that blessing that could actually potentially help you in the long run. And the word is stubborn. I'm hearing that there's a sense of like stubbornness that someone has, and they're just like, I do not want to go into this because I do not want to be hurt again. I'm tired of it. And I feel like it's that boundary that you have that is perfect. That's fine. But at the same time, at what point does the boundary become the blockage? At what point does the boundary become the blockage? And that makes so much sense. And that's what they're saying. It's like, it's one thing for you to set a boundary, but then you're blocking yourself off to this gift, to this offering, to this whatever it is, right? I feel what I'm hearing is that you give endlessly. Like, you give so much endlessly. And you are someone that will give to your ancestors. You will talk to your ancestors. You will talk to your guides. You give praises. You give love. You give affirmations. You speak to your ancestors and your guides with the utmost respect. Now, how can you keep giving to people who, well, to energies that are not manifested in the physical body, which they love, by the way? They're not saying don't, but they're saying, how can you give us to us endlessly, but then you don't allow us to give back to you in the form of people? Sometimes we whisper to them, and we whisper your name, or we give them the image of you, or we pass along your name to them so that you can receive, because that's our way of us giving to you. But the lesson here that is being learned is that you yourself have to be willing to be open enough to take it. You have to be willing enough to receive this, because this is what's going to help you last. Like, this will help whatever thing that you're building last. This will help whatever this is that you've got going. And it almost kind of feels like, too, is that someone is wanting to help you. They're trying to show you something different, is what I'm hearing. They're wanting to show you something very different. Like, they know that you've been through a lot. They know that you've been through hell and back. They know that you've been through an experience where it was really hard to even see the light out of these situations. But that's the reason why they're showing up to you saying, I know what you've been through. I want to show you that I can help you, that I can do better. Not because I feel like I'm obligated, but because I just simply want to show up. So will you allow me to show up for you right now, or will you keep blocking me and turning me away? That's the message that I feel is coming through right now. I'm just going to leave that message where it is. And oh, look at that. You have the World card at the bottom of the deck. Oh my goodness. See, look at that. You have the Two of Cups, the High Priestess, and the World card. Okay. The fact that you do have these three cards here, this is bringing me to an energy that, again, is wide open and saying, I'm trust falling. Like, I don't know why, but I see this World card as a trust fall, even though the full card would normally be the one where you see as a trust fall. But the way that I'm getting it is that I feel like you're tuning in to your intuition, to your divine feminine, saying, these are the things that I know are in alignment, and in spirit, I'm going to surrender to that. As much as I feel afraid of saying yes and being open to this, I am going to do it anyway, because I know that you see beyond what I can. And I trust that by me working my magic, by me working behind the scenes with my candles, or with my oils, or whatever I have, or with writing my petitions, or even, setting my intention, or, casting, casting a circle, it could be whatever it may be, right? You could be, working your magic via, making some type of seeing something like about like an ornament. Like, I'm seeing an ornament, or like some type of like stick, and it's got like you find this stick out in the woods somewhere, and then you use that, you ask Mother Earth if you can take it, you give an offering, you let her know that you love her, and then you take that stick, and then you come home, and then you put trinkets on it, and then you hang it above the door as a form of protection, as a form of prosperity, as a form of whatever it may be. That's the idea that I'm seeing someone have, and it's give and receive. It's like this give and take, but you're using the power of your intuition. It's like you go out and you find these little things to put on there that are in alignment with that. What this is also meaning is that there is something about you that your spirits, your guides, your ancestors, your spiritual team is saying, I want you to utilize your intuition and only pick up things and only receive things that are in alignment, because that's what is going to help you. I just heard the words dream big. It's what's going to help you dream big, but it's going to help you manifest the most immense aspects of your life, the most intensely monotonous, I believe is the word. The word is monotonous, I believe, is coming through. I probably butchered it, but you know what I mean. And if you don't, what I'm essentially saying is that this is basically you aligning with what is going to bring you the biggest blessings of your life possible. that you wouldn't even think of. But the thing is that you yourself have to sit in a space of quiet to listen to what the to listen to the whispers. I'm hearing to listen to the whispers. This is a channel. Listen to the whispers. There's something about you being around trees and the trees like talking to you, the spirits of the trees, because everything is a spirit, right? Rocks, dirt, the ground, trees, minerals, everything is a spirit, everything is energy. So they're saying for you to listen to the spirits. And I'm also hearing like water spirits. I just heard the words at the bay. You want to listen to the water spirits at the bay. Like they're saying at the bay. I'm getting chills as I'm saying that. They want you at the bay. And they're also saying for you to go to a riverbed. Like someone here is who you have ancestors that I'm seeing I don't know why I'm seeing like a waterfall. Like I'm seeing a waterfall. You may live somewhere where I just heard like you're near a creek. You could be near a creek. You could be near a waterfall. You could be near a lake or a river. They're saying that there's something about like rivers, and they're bringing me to a trade route. I don't know why I'm saying like a trade route, but they're bringing me to a trade route. They're saying that your ancestors traded along this river. It could be the Mississippi River leading up to. It could be leading up to another. I'm so sorry, you guys. Sometimes when I channel, it's like, it goes like in and out. So anyway, so yes, like they traveled and they traded, like there's something about like a port and like a river, right? But the thing is that this river is constantly, these currents are changing. They rush and they rush and they rush and then they pull back and then they rush and it's like, okay, how? But they're saying there's something about the activity of this river is what I'm hearing, like the activity of a river and how this relates to the currents of your life, how things just kind of, they feel a bit forceful, that they just kind of like toss you around. But they're saying for you to surrender they're saying to surrender to the currents or surrender to what you yourself cannot control. And there's something about you being at a riverbed, you being at like the bay, or you being at like near a creek. I don't know why I keep hearing like creeks. Like I'm hearing like creeks and I'm hearing like a forest. Like you go through the forest and then you see like this lake or like this river or something like that. You may have a really strong connection to ancestors who use who they use the water, like they have these strong relationships with water. I'm seeing someone kind of lift their head like right above the water, and then their braids are like directly in the water. It's so interesting that I'm seeing this. It's like this really this dark skinned person, and they've got their one, it's like locks, and I'm seeing also braids. So some of you could have a connection to the Americas. Others of you may have a connection to Africa. Like, I mean, I don't know, like pick no one can tell you who your ancestors are, but what I'm seeing is that there's a strong connection to you being at I'm thinking otter. You may want to look up the symbolism of an otter. And I'm hearing like buoyant, I just heard like buoyancy. Like buoyancy, there's an otter. That makes, yeah, yeah. Anyway, you may or may not resonate with that, but anyway, that's what I'm seeing, and like that's what I'm hearing, and that's what I'm feeling. Like that's just what I'm feeling and hearing. So I'm gonna stick with that. I'm gonna let it be what it is. I'm gonna move on to the Lenormand deck. You might have been seeing with this Two of Cups here. You might have been seeing 222 a lot recently. 222 is probably something you've been seeing a lot, a bunch of. Do you guys like this angle? Can you guys please let me know? I'm just trying to try something different with my cards here. That's so sweet. Exactly. We have the moon card here. Exactly. See? And it makes a lot of sense. Okay, so you have the magnifying glass, you have the time card, the clock. Actually, you have the moon, and then you have the heart, you have the fish, and then you have... Wow, you see what I'm saying? It's like, wow, the abundance. Okay, so these rivers are going to lead to an ocean somehow. And when you trust this route, or when you trust what's happening along the river of your life, it will eventually lead you to some type of abundance. That's why they're asking for you. That is so much more clear. And that's why they're asking. They're wanting you to align, but they're wanting to give you some type of, like, they're wanting to whisper to you, they're wanting to give you things, but they're wanting to connect with you via nature. They want to connect with you at a riverbed, at a creek, right? I'm hearing like the word brown. Like the word is like brown. It could be someone's last name, but I'm hearing like a creek. Like it's a creek that they want you to be at, or it's a bay, or it's some type of like river or lake. Like pick your body of water. It could be an ocean. It could be you being out at sea. Like it could be you on a boat, right? It could be you like on a sailboat or something like that, or a ship. A cruise, right? Like a cruise. I don't know why I'm seeing that cruises. I don't see the travel card here, but just because I don't see it doesn't mean that it's not possible. So basically, yes, you have the moon card here. You do have wishes and desires that you do want fulfilled, of course. And there's someone coming along giving you a message. And this is the whispering. I don't know why I keep hearing like the whispering with this card. The messenger is here. The messenger is reminding me of someone coming to give you something. Think of it, the way that I'm saying it is like you're just kind of, you got headphones on or whatever, and you're just kind of vibing to your music. You're at the bus stop and you're just like, all right, cool, bet, whatever. And so someone walks up to you, they tap you on the shoulder, and then you just kind of look like, what? Like, what do you need? And so they hand you something, and then it's some type of like letter. And then you're just like, well, how do you know to give me this? And they're just like, here you go. And then walk away. And then when you look at this, you just whatever, and you put it into your bag, you go home, and they recognize you from somewhere, and then they gave you that letter, and it's everything you could have ever wanted. And it's that, it's wow, it's like, okay, this is it. Like I was just talking about this to my friend, I was just talking about this to my mom, I was talking about this to my sister, my brother, whoever it may be, right? I was talking to this about someone that is dear to me, and look at what happened. This person came out of nowhere, and they just handed me this letter, and I don't even know what to do. Is it a trick? Like, is this could be good to be true? And then you research it and you find out it's true. Exactly. Because what I'm hearing is that you're being silently or secretly watched. It's not in a way where it's like creepy, but in a way where it's like, okay, I've seen your journey. I've seen you since you were a seedling. Like, I've known you since you were a child. I've known you since you were younger. You didn't know me, but I knew you. Also, really quick, you guys, give me 1 second. Allow me to change the battery on my camera. I will be right back. Okay, my apologies, y'all. I had to change my camera battery. Thankfully, I have like 3. Anyway, so the fact that you also do have here this the card of plenty is what I like to call it, the fish card. This is really bringing me to like there's something where it's time for you to start. It's time for you to start being I'm hearing that it's time for you to start being seen. You have the sun card here, so there's definitely something that is being completely revealed. It's something that is being completely shown and completely obvious, and it has everything to do with what you've been wanting and what you do. What you do, obviously, see for yourself, yes, but I also feel like it is definitely time. As I say that, you do have the Wheel of Fortune here. Now it is time. Interesting. You have the Wheel of Fortune as well. You definitely cannot make this up if you tried. This is so beautiful and amazing. So basically, it is definitely time for you to start looking and for you to start being seen. And it's also time for you to start researching different opportunities and start looking for groups. Start looking for start looking for your people. You want to call out and you want to meet your people. Like that's what I'm hearing. You want to meet your people. All right. We are going to move on to Wisdom of the Avalon. All right. I have to go get me something to eat in a minute, and then after that I have to work out. So my time is coming. Can you guys let me know down in the comments how you're feeling, please? Can you leave me a love note down in the comments? I really do love when you guys leave me love notes down in the comment section. I love connecting with you guys. It really does light me up. It lights me up when this card is really wanting to come out. It really does light me up when I start seeing comments down in the comment section. Okay. Okay, dear. You wanted to just come flying out. No worries. That's so funny how That card says gentleness and diplomacy, but it's like shooting out of the deck, right? How ironic is that? That really is a message because it's about how some of you are so used to being forceful and forcing things and just wanting things to like be a certain way because you just want to make sure that it's done right. But with the energy that you had, it was like you had to kind of force it, and you felt like you needed to. And there's this need to say, you know what, I'm no longer wanting to do that because I feel like when I do that, it drains me of resources, it drains me of energy. That's so interesting because I feel like oh wow, interesting. You have the king here, and you also have the king of swords. There's a really strong masculine presence that is very serious about invest. Like, I just feel like they're so serious about investing in you. This could be obviously a relationship, this could be a boss, this could be a teacher, this could be whatever it may be. I just heard like a consort, a confidant, whatever. Like, they're really wanting to, they're vouching for you, and they may not come off as the most emotional, but they take your emotions into consideration. Like, at one point during the reading, I don't know why I've seen this as the King of Cups. I don't know why I've seen it as a King of Cups at one point, but I'm understanding that with the King of Swords, it's not that it doesn't, or this energy doesn't have feelings and emotions. It just makes rational, logical decisions. And that's just it. Like, there's nothing you can tell it. It just simply is reason, rationality, nothing. There is no in between. It's just pure logic and reason. But outside of that, there is a part of this King of Swords that people don't see. And it's the experience. It's the wisdom. It's wisdom that it has. And it knows, like, I'm hearing like trickery. Like, it knows the trickery. It knows the tactics. And so therefore, it has to do that. It has to set a boundary. What I'm also hearing is that this is also you in a way where you were used to being this way. But now you are being called, not have to, but you're being called to understand that the softer aspects of you, the softer parts of you are also needed. Like, you don't have to be always like so stone cold. Like, I don't know why stone cold. Like, you don't want to always be stone cold. At the same time, you want to be very serious. If anything, you're wanting to be serious about the things that you're accepting, the things that you are. What I'm hearing is that you want to be serious about what you are accepting and taking yourself seriously. This king here says man, authority, male sexual energy, things pertaining to the law and justice. I do feel like this is bringing me to an energy that is just like, no, this is fair, and there's nothing you can do. I feel like they see that life for you was very unfair, but now they're wanting to give more. Like, they're wanting to even things out. Like, this is your time. Like, this is where things start to even out. And you see it, you feel it, it is what it is. This is a really quick, clean cut. Just get it over with. Like, I'm seeing, like, okay, get it over with. All right, you keep stalling, but you just need to go ahead and do it and get it over with. And you will soon see that it was all in your head. That is a message for someone. Again, we have the dare, gentleness, and diplomacy. And then we have the fire fairy, creativity, action. Oh, I'm sorry, creative action and optimism. We already read that. And then, of course, we have the bee, luck, industriousness, and sweet victory. These cards coming out to me are making me feel like, exactly, taking your passions very seriously, but also being in joy in the process. Like, saying, I am not a broke artist. I am not, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not a starving artist. I mean, it's so interesting because I feel like it's one of those things where you want to capitalize off of your art, and then there's some things you do just for the joy of it. That's fine. But at the same time, your life itself is a form of art. Your life is poetry. Your life is painting. Your life is pottery. Your life is whatever it is. And at the same time, they're also wanting you to approach that with the utmost reverence, with the utmost respect, with the utmost gentleness. That way you're not shaving away, or that way you're not, I'm seeing like someone like doing this against their skin with sandpaper. You don't want to do it so abruptly to where then it leaves a mark or like a permanent scar or something like that. You don't want to do that, right? Like, you don't want to overly exfoliate, right? You don't want to overly exfoliate. You only want to do it so much so that your skin doesn't burn, but to get the dead skin off to allow that new skin to grow in, if that makes sense. Like, that's what I'm hearing. It's so weird that I'm hearing it that way. But also the bee, luck, industriousness, and sweet victory. I do feel like when you think about bees, you think about the collective hive. You think about the collective energy. You think about how everybody has a role, and then they play that role. And then from there, sweet results, right? It's like, I am doing this not on behalf of myself, but I'm also doing this for the collective. I see somebody growing. I see someone taking themselves seriously. I see someone asking for help, saying, can you please help me with this? Because I really do want to make it, and I really do want things. I want my life to shift in the most positive way. These cards need to be, exactly. There we go. Is there anything else? Okay. So that's essentially what I'm feeling, and that's what I'm seeing with those. It's just like collective energy that I'm getting a feel of right now. Just keep working at it. Keep working at it. Even when you believe no one is watching, keep doing it anyway. You want to keep doing that anyway. And you feel like no one's watching. Okay, let's see here. That card wanted to show up. Okay, and then this one. So you've got a few cards here that were speaking to me. I love that. You also have patience and stillness. So you have patience and stillness here. And then you have, which is the resting tree. And then you have the prison waif, self-sabotage, poverty consciousness. We were just talking about that. Like, I am not a starving artist. You see what I'm saying? These cards are so in alignment. Like, you're not the starving artist. You are someone that is saying that I'm willing to wait. I'm willing to continue to go and continue to work my craft, to practice, and to ask for help whenever I need it, so that I won't have to worry about poverty, because I feel like my life itself is magical and I receive abundantly from that. But when you start asking for help from people, you signal to the universe that, okay, you're ready. Like, okay, I'm ready to receive this. I'm asking for help. I'm putting myself out there, because you asking for help is you putting yourself out there, and people see that and they love that. They love you. They're going to help you. They're going to help you. The word Lord, it's communication, praise, and dishonesty. The word Lord. I feel like this is spoken word, and this is you being truly honest about the things that you, I don't know why I see this as being, like, just being honest about the things that you need. Because with this honesty, it's coming like, it's these words you tell yourself, I don't need help, I don't need this, I don't need that. Like, I can do it myself. Listen, you can create the art yourself, but let people come in to help you. You can create this part yourself, and you can do this yourself, but just allow people in to help you. Like, that's the reason why there's a collective. Again, remember, you have to be here. This is about collective energy. Teamwork makes the dream work. We say that a lot, but how often do we truly believe that? Let your community help you. Let your community know that you need help. Make a post on Facebook. Make a post on Instagram or whatever. Like, you're not begging. You're just saying, hey, like, if you guys can check this out, thank you. You know, put yourself out there. Just keep putting yourself out there. You'll see. People will get used to your presence. They want presence. Like, I'm hearing like the word presence. They want your presence. So just show up, right? Okay, and then you have the Dream Walker, and then you have the Dragon's Duel. Do we have any more cards? No, we do not. So basically, the Dream Walker, dreams, the collective good, illusions. Exactly, the collective good. So basically, I feel like with the Dream Walker here, Dream Walkers, they're able to navigate between worlds, and they're able to usually figure out which is the illusion and which is the quote-unquote real world. But they also know that what really is the difference. One is governed by all of these different laws, and the other is more free, right? Like the Dream Walker, it's like the Dream Navigator, the Astral Navigator is what I'm hearing. With dreams, the collective good, and illusions, I do feel like you yourself have the ability to distinguish what are your dreams and what are collective dreams, and you can move and bob and weave between that. And that is the reason why your art is important. That's another reason why you showing up is imperative, because you have the ability to navigate both, and you have the ability to merge both your own dreams with the collective dream of prosperity, love, abundance, whatever it may be, and then give messages, and then give art, and then do, follow, enact your calling, or be the calling, or answer your call. That way you all manifest together collectively, if that makes sense, right? That's what I'm getting with that. And then of course, you have, I think, did I say this yet? Oh no, I didn't. This one I actually put down. So this one is the High Lady of Love and Compassion, reverence, kindness, consideration. I love this because it almost kind of makes me feel this energy of, you're just like, okay, what makes you you what makes you who you are is the fact that you are very compassionate, is your kindness and your reverence. And that's another reason why they want to help you, right? Like, you can't escape this. Like, there's no way out of this, right? Like, you are being called to accept this help. They're wanting to help you. They see your they see you. You are highly revered. The people respect you, and they revere you when you're not looking. I'm telling you, you may not believe that you're worthy of that, or you may not believe that people are like this, but they do. It's word of mouth, right? Like, it's word of mouth. People may say shit about you behind your back, and they may lie, but the truth will always prevail. It will always. They will. I just heard something about like a letter of recommendation. Yeah, this word Lord, communication and praise, it's bringing me to like a letter of recommendation. Like, they see you, like, when you don't, like, they will recommend you. It's like word of mouth. The word Lord, word of mouth is going to, like, word is getting out who you are and what your gifts are, and people see you and just keep doing it. It may have started off in a very unfavorable way, but eventually it's going to lead to some type of sweet victory. And then then we have the Dragons duo, inner conflict, morality, conscious choice. This is a dance between integrity and lack thereof. You fought against yourself a lot, but you don't have to fight against what you know is good. You don't have to fight against the aspect of yourself because you know that you have good intentions. There's no need for you to war with yourself. That's what I'm hearing. You don't want to war with yourself on this one. If anything, they're asking for you to have patience. They're asking for you to be still. The stillness is bringing me to the Temperance card. Just listen. That's why they wanted you over at the riverbed, over at the creek, or over at the bay, whatever it may be. They're wanting you to take this time to listen because they're wanting to give you, of course. So these are the messages that I have for you guys. Yeah, this is the message that I have for you. I hope that this message did resonate. I'm hoping that you guys find value in this YouTube channel. I hope that you guys find value in the readings that I do for you, because, to be honest, I really love doing readings for you guys. I really love doing readings for you. If this is only one person watching right now, I just love doing this. It is my life. It is my joy. I will always and forever love doing readings and spending time with y'all. Again, if you guys did not know this, again, I am a writer, so expect to see me talk more about writing and things of that nature, because that's where my heart is. I love poetry. I love writing. Again, I wrote 2 poetry books and I'm working on my 3rd, and there's going to be other books outside of poetry that I'm also going to write in due time. I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and listening to me and receiving your messages. If there's anything that you need from me, please feel free to visit me online over at the SaiyonanPath.org. I do handcraft spiritual essentials. I do handcraft oils. I handcraft bath salts, candles, and spiritual essentials and things like that to help you along your spiritual journey. I have also books available online, so go and check those out. If you want to check out my poetry and whatnot, they are amazing. I love them. I love my poems, so just because I love them doesn't mean somebody else will, but it's okay. We all have our opinions. Anyway, you guys can also follow along with me on Instagram over at Magic of Eden and over at the Saiyonan Path. I'm also on Substack, where I do share certain things sometimes over there because I'm building a writing community. And yes, if there's nothing else that I can help y'all with, I love y'all. Make sure you subscribe, please. Thank you. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. Give this video a thumbs up, because I do want to grow our channel, expand and evolve, of course. And again, I love you guys, and I'll catch you in my next video.